Okay, let's start with pledging the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone knows everyone?
We've met in passing.
Yes.
Mr. Neely and Mr. Karen are not here. Present. First item was Mr. Neely's. I suggest we skip that one for now because he could come in late. I know he's done some work on it. On 4A. I don't know if we really need to. Okay. And a motion,
With the skip?
yeah,
Yeah.
skip. No,
Good one.
gonna skip it for now. It's not tabled, we're just gonna skip it for now.
Well, I may have an update.
You have something to contribute, that's fine.
Yes.
Good.
You give me an assignment. So for the, for the volunteer, kids do not go to, you don't have to do prevailing wages for them. If it's a volunteer, or if you're a student doing it for credit, it doesn't go to prevailing wage. So there's no dollar threshold.
To run a swap shed.
Well, to build a swap shed.
Oh, to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're working on the dollar value of this structure.
Yes. Yeah.
So there is no dollar value to build it.
No, because you're building it or to get the kids to come in and do the work on it, right? Yeah,
So we're good.
we're good.
If we did it in-house, we're still good.
Yes,
Interesting.
all right,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, on 4B, the trash bag price increase update. I'm not sure why it's there. I'm sure someone's gonna update us.
Yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that it went to the selectmen and the selectmen requested the Board of Health submit a letter. So I submitted that for them to review. And the bags, they're gonna announce it at the next two meetings. So February 1st should be the start date of the new sales price.
I'm sorry, right over my head. The sale price, new sale price date will be when?
February 1st.
Possibly effective.
Just curious, in addition to the price increase, what other information did they want or did they ask for?
We gave them,
Yeah, nothing really. They just want to know why the price increase. And I think in general, they wanted to inform the public that there's.
Okay,
Just give some time so everybody gets used to
Yeah,
the new
Yeah.
price.
I think they're gonna have two readings.
Yeah.
Oh, I just.
and we gave them a little bit of information as to what cost is for disposing the trash.
well, yeah,
The reason it hasn't gone up in the last few years.
that was the direction I was going in. I mean, because that would make sense and they'd be able to address the issue if anybody came in. It's, well, why are you doing this? We're doing this.
Yeah.
Because that way the Board of Health and the Board of
Right.
Selectmen could address it.
Yeah, we want
Okay.
to, we want to educate more.
Yeah.
And also, we were talking about sending out the prices of surrounding towns for their bags. Some of their things
So
also.
where would we be now with that price increase? Would be, in the median or above or below or?
Still a little below.
Yeah.
So a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still taking the brunt of it.
Well, again, our objective was to reduce the amount of appropriated funds. But I think all going into this, we realized you'd never turn that to zero. So, but I mean, we're tracking, I guess, where we wanted to go with this increase.
The numbers were based on just, I used the average of the last few years. So depending on how many bag sales, but we were still negative about $6,000 with the average number used.
Oh,
So it could be a little more, could be a little less.
No, that's not bad at
It's
all.
not better than.
What a great guess.
We were negative way more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
just so you know, for like our budgeting, overall budgeting, I just used 75% of your number, because I down,
yeah,
and just to help out.
Yeah, the quick background to that was, after we analyzed data and everything, we said, okay, we recognize that we're not going to hit the bullseye.
Yeah.
But if we hit the outer part of the
Yeah.
target, that's good, and then we could reassess
It's
and,
like golf.
yeah, get anywhere on the green, we're good.
Right.
the letter also mentioned the swap shed and, just bringing attention to, what you purchase. Can you reuse it? Items that you're throwing away, can you repurpose?
Mhm.
So I can get you guys a copy of the letter if you want.
I can, pick one up sometime, because I think that focus needs to be on ultimately reduction of weight, which
But
is
it says. in the
reduction of
letter,
cost.
so, Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's clearly spells out more of that.
yeah.
About the
Reducing
weight.
the waste reduces. the
Right.
weight.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the DEP had that forum in early December. I went to, it was December, right?
Mhm.
Son. And there was another town there, they had a committee like us. But that's the name of their committee, was Waste Reduction Committee. That's solid waste. It just sets the tone,
Yeah.
waste reduction. I thought that was pretty cool.
You could always have a name change.
Yeah, we could.
It might change it for us, I don't know where our verbiage is, but
Yeah.
but that does set the tone, and you see it in the agenda, it's like always in your face, not eyes, but everywhere.
Yeah,
understood.
You're listening, and they listen to a report from us, this is an official report from the Waste Reduction.
The operative word being reduction.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I believe we should skip C at this point. There's nothing really, Missy had the grants, and it's actually tied in with A. Well, I know there's other grants out there, but that's what we're targeting for this meeting.
Does that tie in with,
Yes.
yeah, so Barbara can probably go over it with you. In the packet, there's
Mhm.
the slideshow.
Yeah. That's the
You gonna do it?
slideshow.
You gonna do it now?
Yeah. you want me to? Oh, I don't really have to go over that too much. But it is a requirement that the town administrator supplies the department heads with a waste reduction recycling policy.
Okay.
That's what, it's in your, did you get a packet, Liz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh.
This is only an example we just put together. It's the one Missy sent to us, and it does have Westwood, which we will insert Dayton, of course. It's Board of Selectmen Policies and Procedures for Recycling. Did you find it, Ralph?
No, no.
Okay, yeah. We're just going through it today. I wasn't able to go on the Zoom that Missy had. Vinny was, one of our members, Board of Health members, and he couldn't be here today. So we're just working from emails we got from Missy. And I'm sure she'll be able to come back with us.
Thought we already were.
The retrack is what needs to get.
That's, yeah, we've got to talk to Jim. He's the one that did it last year.
Tommy, didn't you have your hand in the retrack last year?
How did I,
Okay,
We have to,
we won't get you in trouble,
we
Tom.
have to submit information to them in order to receive this grant,
correct,
and it's due mid-February.
correct.
So
Always do mid-February.
it's the tonnage.
If anyone calls in and wants to change the name, the guy's very grouchy.
Do you have access to log in? Because we don't.
That was taken away from me last year.
You know who has it?
I took it on because of the snafu downstairs, and Mike took it, and that's when the guy get grouchy. Because you can't just keep switching names.
Yeah. So who has it now?
It should still be under his office name, Mike's name.
All right.
So we're gonna have to.
It's
switch
that black one, I think it was, black one. Yeah,
It
right
made
there.
sense to be me at the time because I was doing legwork, I'm familiar with the information,
Right,
but they were trying to go the direction for Jim, creating that new position,
Yeah,
and that was pulled away with a town meeting vote.
it would make sense to leave it with you since most of the information comes
So,
from
yeah.
Exactly.
your
We'll
office.
reassign it back
But
to you.
he's responsible, he's really responsible for my actions, and he oversees all the stuff that goes on.
So I assign it to you.
Congratulations, Tom.
I ain't calling the guy, you call the guy.
Don't get it. I'll have Karen do it. She's.
I was just gonna
Systematic.
say that. I was gonna say.
Because-
We need to have it with somebody who's gonna be here for the next few years, so we don't make this guy grouchy by having to change it every year.
Right.
So Tommy, you can't leave if you get this access.
It's, there's more to it than that guy. It's reviewed federally.
You're
It's reviewed.
avoiding your,
People like Rob Perry went out, they need that data, federally looks at that data.
Yeah.
That's why it gets grouchy when name changes, because people's names go in that data that's going out there. It can't be bouncing around.
so that means you can't leave.
Wasn't planning on it.
Good.
I have a question here.
So that's three tracks. Let me,
If we're going to use this example as the basis, for, the Westwood continues, et cetera. There's a couple of places in here that talk about, they said, for instance, recycle paper. Town of Westwood Shell and the school department.
Yeah.
Have
I
we
saw
talked
that also. That's just a,
So Vinny sent
Sample.
us this as an example, and he says we have to tweak it a little bit
mhm.
and just, we can rewrite it, but it's just for you guys to have a baseline to go by.
probably Westwood has their own school district, so that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not, I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I'm sure it'd have to be
Yeah.
tweaked, but I see school departments, so
Yeah.
they need to be on board with
This
this.
all needs to be edited. I just,
I believe, I'm
first time it's being,
not sure where it's
No.
writing. I believe our town's already doing it.
Probably are.
Yes. I see this from time to time.
Are they doing the shredding? Is the town doing shredding?
That's a good question.
I don't think
Didn't
so.
we have a contract
We did.
in once in a while and just
Yeah.
shred up everything?
but
Yeah, they did.
Over there. They shred a lot.
Oh, no, I shred a lot. Well, throw it away.
I used to take
shred 'em.
truckloads to the incinerator and they didn't think that was safe, so they bought a big, about the size of that podium shredder and they shred it over there.
Oh, they do?
You shred
Okay, and where does
you
it
shred in
go?
Your office?
No, over the town hall. It's probably in that spare room. The thing's
Oh.
big, it's huge.
Right, I got a decent sized shredder in my
You'll
office.
fill up a wheelbarrow in no time.
Where does it go, Tommy? Does it go to the dump
After it's shred, it gets picked up.
from?
Don't know. I was pulled out of that.
Well,
People had other ideas. I don't know where it's going.
really?
Probably going to the incinerator. Just shredded first.
I wonder if it could be used as any animal bedding.
It could. But we have a contract, we have to provide so much tonnage to the incinerator,
Oh, I understand. Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that, Tom.
and it's still getting burned, so, and turned into electricity, so
Yeah,
it's not bad.
okay. Yeah.
Technically, that's recycled, as far as I see it.
Well, we don't have a shredder. We need a shredder.
Nancy has one.
Nancy has one? Well, we can
Yeah,
use
Nancy
hers
has
then.
one, you have access to the big one over there if you get big jobs.
Yeah, I didn't see why you wouldn't. It's a town owned shredder, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Very good.
Just a matter of putting it on some kind of a cart from this building, let's say, and taking it over there.
Oh,
That's it.
Well, if you got a little, Nancy has a shredder downstairs. so
yeah,
okay.
Nancy has, and we can,
It's not like, probably like one of those
Yeah.
you get at Walmart.
The biggest
Yes.
problem they have is after a date expires for the stuff saved from election, that's more than what this table can hold. It's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's heavy duty. I mean,
No, it's very heavy duty. That's what it was built for.
Yeah.
You could probably put this thing right in it.
no, but I mean, we have a way to shred in all of our billing. If it's a huge load or heavy duty, we have a system capable of doing that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
very good.
What else you want to hit on this?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so what would you like to have us do with this? Tweak it, add or,
This is going to be a
Yes.
policy or bylaw.
It's
think it's
usually
policy.
policy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
just,
those
it
are-
says policies on it. Policy and procedure, recycling.
So we could, tweak it and then present it to like the selectmen on the January 22nd
Right.
meeting,
Exactly.
and then it goes in.
Okay, will we be meeting between now and January 22nd?
Well, or we could wait till the February meeting. So I mean, it doesn't, I mean, do you
Well,
do we
just
have to meet
remember,
over this?
February 15th is the date we have to get some of this paperwork together.
We're talking about a few different things. He's talking about budget. or he-
No,
he's
no,
referring
no,
to
it doesn't,
budget.
no,
No,
This is not budget stuff.
no, none of us are talking about the budget.
No, I'm.
No, this isn't budget.
My specific point was, if this is, a good baseline and we're gonna tweak this,
Mhm.
if we all go home individually, we're all gonna put different things on here, should we not come back together as a committee and put one document together from all of our comments and then send it to the Board of Health,
Sure.
as opposed to sending different, each one of us sending something to the board. I mean, I just,
Can I ask, why does it have to go to the Board of Health? If it's a-
Shouldn't-
No,
If it's
it
just
should
a
be
town,
them.
yeah,
It
if
should
it's
be
just a
them.
town policy.
Yes.
So it
it
doesn't
needs
have to go to the Board of
Ralph's
Health.
office.
so it needs to go, it doesn't need to go to the Board of Health, just to your office? Okay.
Mhm.
How would you like to have that received in your office then?
I think I don't think there's a lot of heavy lifting here. I mean, if you've looked at it and you're all right with it, just make a few tweaks, just change like from Westwood to Dayton.
Mhm.
I would make it, you're doing a great job.
Really.
Well, I mean,
It's pretty quick.
from my own perspective, I think, I haven't seen this,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to create an
Right,
issue.
right.
But would it be acceptable if, like I said, I went through this personally, and if I found a couple of things that I agreed with or disagreed with and wanted to add something, just do it kind of pen and ink or send it to you
I
email?
would say this, if we, because we're a committee, and if the committee just votes you and I, square it up and I present it to the selectmen, that's fine. But if we're all gonna add to it and
Mm.
tweak it, and then we have to bring it to our next meeting.
Yeah, if it's the will of this committee, and it could be who was here tonight, this afternoon, to move forward with presenting a policy proposal to the Board of Selectmen for approval. I think someone just needs to make that motion. And how do you spell plagiarism again?
PL, a jurism.
So
FDR.
basically, to make sure Westwood's out of there,
Yeah,
for the most part. And you brought this up, Barbara, because this is one of the things checked off for grant.
Pardon?
You brought this up because this is one of the things that are looked at when you're looking for
Mhm.
grants.
Yes, it has to be.
we've never had one of these policies in place.
I believe we do, but this would be nice.
I believe you have to have it every year.
Or I could look and see if we have.
Yeah, please
I
do.
looked at my computer, I couldn't find
No,
anything.
if we don't
So
have one
But
over-
it makes sense that it would be in the
I'll
town
look to see if we have one in
Yeah.
place, and we'll just use that one and just,
It might be a
Okay.
memo that Karen sent out once in a while too. That's
Yeah.
simple
all right, let me confirm
to the
that.
departments.
Yeah, we just want to make it legal. So we Get everything squared away and on the road here.
So do we need a vote or don't we?
I don't think so.
Well, I would say.
It's
we
existing.
should- Well, we have to find out. If it's not existing, I would say move that Mr. Perry and I work on the memo to be presented to the selectmen. That work?
And you were after meeting the February 15th date is what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, here again, this can be, if we have to have something in, I would say take Westwood out,
15th.
put Dayton in, and then if it needs modification as we get on the road, you modify it, particularly if it's a policy.
I can say, we could do this, present to the selectmen on the January 22nd meeting. These are, for the most part, these things are pretty boilerplate. So,
This is another one that Missy also sent. That one is for department heads.
Might be, I can send you a few notes, and it might be a little bit difficult because This Friday, I'm on a cruise ship. I'm going
Okay.
to the Med.
Oh, I
to
feel
the-
so
the
bad for
Caribbean,
you.
excuse me, went to the Med this spring.
Are you just rubbing it in or what?
Well, considering there's a vortex coming and it's gonna be cold, yeah.
You go tell me, there's a department heads one. Because of the holidays, I'm a little behind on catching up on all this. Sorry, guys.
So if this is due by the 15th, then you guys have to get together before the 22nd.
Yeah. I don't, it's not a heavy lift.
No, that's not.
Yeah,
We
that's
probably
why,
have one too.
yeah, let me see tomorrow if we have one. If we have one, good. Just change the date on it and just I'll bring it to the selectmen. And if not, something like this.
I think, yeah, take
We
Westwood.
also
out,
have
put
that
Dayton
too,
in.
Tommy.
The other piece of this is we should put together once the selectmen approve this, a training blurb to all of our departments. Hey, by the way, this is a new policy.
I think it's just a
Yeah.
memo like Karen. I think we already get it.
Yeah. I'll just,
Run it
Yeah,
by
take
Karen.
Westwood out, put Dayton in.
yeah,
Yep, run it by Karen. Because Karen has all the answers, you know.
that's what I.
Blame her, right? Blame her, poor Karen.
Second, let's go two more. Files will separate. Since Robert likes to hand stuff out, I'll give it back.
Trying to keep everybody up to date. Good.
And stole that tree next to you yet, huh?
No. We haven't.
So, what I'm doing is, what I'm handling is next on the agenda. I'm not sure it's worded right in the agenda, but. So we're at the 6 month on the reporting for what's coming and going on the transfer station. First page. First page is what we took in for bulky. Thank you. Like the items in the other sheets, we just isolated a little bit. So we don't know where your questions are gonna come from and whatnot. But it gives you some food for thought.
Oh, this is great. This is great, Tom.
So what we paid. But if you would, you all have a writing utensil, right? On that first page for the 88,100.
Yeah.
So what we paid out to Borges so far to date, we paid $25,654. $25,654.47. So you can see there's a little bit of a shortfall on what come in and what goes out for what it's really meant to do. We knew that taxpayers were going to take up the difference. But there's only a handful of people using the transfer station though.
Well, is the stickers paying for things a success story in terms of salary?
Sticker pays for this salary. Yeah, I didn't look at this really close. The mattresses should be doing very good. Yeah, mattresses.
So was there a loss, if you will, on mattresses or?
No, we're making money on mattresses.
Okay,
So,
so there's a plus.
I don't know why
Yeah, that can
I don't know why the
offset.
report went up like that.
So we're making a, if you will, on the plus side with mattresses, right?
Yep.
How about tires and things?
That's an unknown number because I don't believe we did a disposal for this fiscal year yet.
Okay.
That's market rate.
How about TV monitors and things like that? Are we on the plus or the negative side?
We're less than on the budget, we're less than 50% on the expenses, what was budgeted. That doesn't answer your question, though. I got a little bit of a pile there that still has to be disposed of,
Yeah,
and along with some mercury, the mercury shed's got to get disposed of.
yeah. And, well, the reason I ask is, I mean, you've broken it out very nicely into these, like metal summary, TV monitors. Kinds of, You said we're on the, we don't know about tires yet, they haven't disposed of, we're on the plus side.
Right.
On the mattresses. I mean, we're roughly 17,000 plus some change on the negative side on the bulky items. Where would we be if we combined all these different waste streams? You know, I mean, that's the big question. Would some of these other things like the mattresses mitigate some of that 17K that we're in the hole? You know, if we look at the whole,
Yes.
everything that goes on inside the
Yes.
fence.
Yes, because they wouldn't have been stored in a container like we have them, so they're drier, lighter.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be paying by the, a heavy tonnage.
Yeah,
They're not legal in landfills anyways, no more. So these bulky items,
yeah,
for the most part, they might find a use for it at the other end, but for the most part, that number right there, that 8,150, that tonnage there, that's what's going to a landfill. Everything else is reduced,
okay. So,
those waste.
yeah, again, if we took everything, it's here, the tires and everything, and you took an eight and a quarter so far, if it costs 500, 300 and some change to the good. I guess what I'm asking is, if we look at the pluses and minuses on each one of these categories, and at the end of the year, see where we are, then would it be possible that, like, so right now in the bulky items, that particular segment, we're looking at 17,000, some change on the negative side. Would all these other things put together and put on one figure, say, we're either plus or minus with everything that comes through the gate on the transfer station? Would that be a legitimate assessment of the program overall, I guess is what I'm asking?
No, we'll still be in the red, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it still fluctuates
Yeah.
though. I mean,
You know,
you can't
if you
count.
had
Because we're just covering the cost of this other
If
stuff.
you had to take a guess, how much in red would we be in the transfer station?
We're not as much as we were last year.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
we
very good.
eliminated truckloads and we eliminated construction debris.
Mhm.
Okay.
which is huge.
Very good. Yeah, yeah, because they were piling it up
So
and they were coming,
You can't get rid of construction. It's hard.
no, and I don't think all of it was personnel.
No.
so we could just let it play out.
No, I think we should. And, you know, you said it's certainly not as much as it was last year. And again, we recognize we're going to hit the bullseye, but if we hit the target, that's great. Then we can see where we need to go from there.
I think for consideration, if we look at it, and I'm gonna propose this, I had brought it up at the last time, sort of an annual fee hearing on all the fees in town. And we would include the solid waste fees on that. So every year we would have an opportunity to look at the bags and, increase, so it's not a big hit.
Mhm.
And then the second thing is, if we're not off by that much for the transfer fee, maybe a slight increase in the transfer fee sticker, that would sort of get it closer. But I think it helps to look at, how far are we off? We don't want to make up the whole, we couldn't do it all at once, right? Make it all
No,
$17,000. That's
that
crazy.
is
Yeah.
our mission here, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yep.
so stop bringing.
Tied along with
closer.
the curbside, yes.
To your point, I mean, I'm sorry, did I interrupt?
No, I'm done.
No, but to your point, maybe the 600 or 700 some people using the transfer station, people with stickers. Maybe go up a little more on the stickers and the people that are using it to,
Yeah.
help mitigate some of the appropriated funds, eliminate, reduce some appropriated funds.
Just, yeah. So you actually have to get started on that now.
Well, I think if we go to an annual review, the town, was an annual review of the fees. And we have the background information, we could sort of look at that, but I think we need to have where are the pluses and minuses and what are we looking at overall, the costs of the,
Yeah, we don't have to target July 1st. It's just easier if everything was in place for July 1st for any changes.
yeah,
Because you get town meeting vote effective July 1st. Town meeting vote is, if it has to go that route.
okay.
It, for fees, it doesn't have to go that route.
No,
But I mean, so,
but if we're trying to, if the fees are covering your
Mhm.
expenses and you
Yeah.
wanted to cover your expenses in that current fiscal
Yeah.
year, it's nice to target that first,
yeah,
but you don't have to.
No,
we'll figure it out. We got to figure out the balance because most places do their fee hearings in the fall. And, so then you can anticipate, if you do it in the fall, and then you kind of have like that half year, but then, going into July 1st, this is what our anticipated budget could be. So just say, in case my 600 people get sticker, we're off by $10,000. We raise the sticker price $10, $6,000. So we get $6,000. Now the shortfall is only 4,000. Just something as we go forward.
So do we want it to zero out? I don't think our mission was ever to zero it out.
reduce it as much as,
Yeah, we
yeah.
just reduce it. Way things are going, I mean, it fluctuates way too much.
well, I think our objective was, one of the things we talked about was, there's a cost out there somewhere that people will accept, and you go above that, you're gonna find it on the side of the road.
Or
Or
they do something else, right?
they do something else.
The education component is the key.
Right.
Before they buy something, they
Yeah.
need to know what they're doing with it at the end of its life.
And I think, right to your point at the beginning of this meeting, this is waste reduction.
Mhm.
I mean, would we like to zero it out? Yeah, make my life easier, right? We zeroed it out. But it's, people aren't ready for that. It's a huge cost, but everyone can help every aspect of it by waste reduction. So,
Those stickers, so that's approximately one per household?
No.
A vehicle,
Only the people that want them.
vehicle, right?
Oh, how many, you can have more than one for one household.
Mhm. Do they usually just have one?
There's a percentage out there that has more than one. The stickers, just to touch on the stickers, it doesn't have nothing to do with monetary value. Jeff Pimento, he works with us. His idea is a lifetime sticker. You still pay your fee every year, but your number never changes. Your address doesn't change. Because you're in the QuickBooks systems. That helps us.
Oh, right, sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't change the dollar value though. But you could have more than one. His wife could have one.
Like renewing your license plate.
some towns just do put in the license plate and they have a license plate reader and green light goes in, you go in, no sticker, but you paid, but you have to do it
Yeah.
every year.
I just don't know how we're gonna make that sticker. Because he's thinking it's a lifetime sticker, but you buy a vehicle every 20 years, 15 years. Right? You're gonna need a new sticker sooner or later.
Yeah,
Right.
How do you produce it? So maybe we can buy it with no number on it and we handwrite it in. That's probably the way to go. So it's one color, so now we come down to the color. That's a different committee. Jeff wants red.
Who wants red?
I like black. That's a good goal, being a black.
you could do that. Keep your credit card number unless it gets hacked. I mean, it's doable.
Still gonna pay every year.
Right.
Yep, we can track you, it's easy to red flag people too, for whatever reason, we got a red flag, so the attendant's we get the attendant's attention when someone's coming through.
Oh.
A bounce check or whatever. The biggest thing we have is checks not signed,
Really?
Yes, really.
pain in the neck,
Wonder why.
because the attendant doesn't look.
Well, then,
Right, because the wife says, here's a check, honey, sign it when you get there, and he just like, here's the check.
Probably right on the money right there.
If you had that sticker where everybody had the same number, you could probably keep track of people's phone numbers, addresses.
Yes, that's one of the reasons to keep that number,
Yeah,
easy to track.
because the hard thing about, I dealt with it when I first came over here, was trying to find a phone number to the person, so checks don't always have it on there.
Right,
And it's like,
Was part of the process now. He's doing checks of part of the phone number and address on the check is very important. It's usually a very simple oversight. I usually knock on the guy's door. Very apologetic. Take care of. All right, did we kill that one?
I have a slightly different question. I don't know if you want to handle it this or
Yeah,
other items. So I got a call from Mark Pacheco this morning, and maybe you could help me out with this. Peter Borges was calling him, talking about the tipping fees that are for CMAS are gonna change in June. So what do you know about it? Do you know anything about it, Barb?
I don't know much about chipping fees, you would probably know more
it
than me.
went up, it did go up. I have the number, I want to say it was about $6,000 for the year.
Yeah,
so you need to get his contract and read that. He ain't gonna change much, but
Mhm.
you need to know what that dollar is
yeah.
and work with her.
I submitted it to Serena when we got it.
Ron
Serena
Buchanan?
has it.
Yeah, the Board of Health needs that. Yeah.
He gave it to us months ago.
Okay, all right. I don't know why he was,
Maybe-
I don't know, he's anticipating a bigger
He just-
increase than.
He communicates well. He
Right.
probably didn't hear a response from the town. So he probably went to, you mean Mark, right? Said he called Pacheco.
Mark Pacheco.
Yeah.
Call
our
Mark.
selectman, yeah.
Just looking at it quickly, I don't see tipping fees on the contract.
All right, I gotta call into him anyways. I didn't know what was.
He'll explain it to you very thoroughly. He doesn't hide nothing.
Oh, he's good.
Okay. So no new business, huh?
Can I continue with just kind of a summary things that we have known? So are we going to just basically make this a policy, so I can just take Westwood out, put Dayton in?
Mhm.
Number one. Number two, this would act as, with a change of letterhead and appropriate things, act as a letter out to all the department heads, et cetera, as the backup to this.
A
That's going to
guideline.
happen. Okay, all right.
Why are you saying?
If we don't have one already.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
correct. If we
Yeah.
don't have one already, yes, that's correct.
both are memos to department heads, one just sort of like a, right?
Yeah, so this goes out to department heads, just basically
Yeah.
reiterating in a little more
So does that
detail
one.
what's on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's basically the town policy,
okay.
and you're just reiterating.
Yeah, okay.
Going to the
Little more
the
detail.
departments,
Okay.
just to notify the department that this is what's going on, because it's more detailed.
Well, it puts a general policy out there for all the residents, and then it also gets, it goes to the department heads to say,
Yep.
you know, these are the expectations.
Oh, okay.
This is what we're doing.
Mhm. Two different ones.
So I've only seen this one. It says from me to department heads.
Yeah,
And
that's the West.
Did I give you the other one?
And that's, I'm like, all right, they're both the department heads.
Yeah.
Doesn't really,
No, the Westwood one is the one that originally came in. I just changed the heading and put that on our letterhead.
yeah. Okay,
So it's the same, all right, okay,
So it's just, it's not a, it's not,
okay.
it's not a town policy. It's a municipal policy.
Oh, internal,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
This is another, I
Because
don't.
we can't force people to use recycled paper. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
no,
this one, Ralph? That's
No.
another one she sent me also. Those notes.
Thank you.
Westwood is very active.
They must behave themselves.
We get the handout.
Yeah.
Check a lot about it.
I know it's old. But it's
No,
it's
I'm
just a
not saying
form letter
they,
that we can go by.
they've,
Yeah.
like,
been in business for quite a while,
Yeah, it's just basically,
28 years.
she's trying to help us out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a complaint at all.
Yeah.
Oh, this is probably one of their first ones, right?
Mhm.
It
Plus, of
says
course,
recycle.
she gives us this stuff and then goes across the world, right? Takes a
Well, like I
trip.
said, when she is done, as long as she got a
With a
flashlight, she's in
flashlight.
good shape. I do have, when we get off this, I have one more question, then I'll. What would it take to change the name of our committee from solid waste to waste reduction? Because I really like that. It sounds a lot
I
better.
think so
agree.
too. I agree, Tommy.
This is from,
We won't be the Gestapo then.
Right.
Because you're gonna find out that the trash bag increase was actually us.
well,
Is that why you want to change the name?
no, I mean, I've got a whole list
Look,
of
that's
names.
not us. That was solid waste.
You know, reduction.
If you're talking about perception, waste reduction, to your point, that
Says it
sounds
all right
a
there.
lot better.
Says it all right there.
What would it take to do that?
I don't think it takes much. Just petition the selectmen that we would change the name of the committee. We think it's more reflective of to be waste reduction.
You gotta officially dissolve this one and reappoint everyone,
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't think we do.
because we
You
don't
know
want,
what?
we don't want to give anyone the leeway to weasel out.
The town clerk who usually oversees
Don't write that down.
committees. I'll ask Shara tomorrow. Because I think we can just, well, case in point. Say if the selectmen wanted to be the select board, they could just change, right? So they could, all right, we are now the select board. We are no longer the Board of Selectmen, we're the Dayton Select Board. Nobody gets an opportunity to weasel out. It's just a name change.
Yeah, previously known as solid waste.
So I think it's just, you just need the approval of the selectmen. And when you go in front of the selectmen, you're gonna wear a tie and explain that to them.
I thought you were gonna handle it.
Yeah, we thought you were gonna handle it there, Rob.
I want to see Tom with a tie. He threatens me all the time that he's gonna come in with a tie, so I want to give him a reason.
That was my new business. What is it, Paul? I think it's a great idea. I really
No,
do.
it's,
I think it's a
What,
great
Tom
idea.
with a tie or changing the name?
All of the above.
Hey,
Just-
you want the committee to make a recommendation?
I would move that we change the name of the committee from Solid Waste Committee to Waste Reduction Committee.
I second it.
was that the name, the Waste Reduction Committee?
Mhm.
Okay, just for clarification. Aye.
Aye.
It's made in second. Any further
We have to
discussion?
read his mind.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. Other items not anticipated in the last 48 hours? Schedule next meeting.
The first Monday is the 3rd and the second Monday is 10th.
That would be a meeting of the Waste Reduction Committee.
Hopefully it is the Waste Reduction by then, yeah.
We'll see what kind of power you.
I'm powerless.
I'm good for either the 3rd or the 10th.
So historically, we're trying to target the first Monday. We don't have to, but just so everyone's on. the
That'd be a
same
good
page.
idea.
I think
Keeps it
so.
consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
The 3rd it is.
3rd of February.
What time?
3?
3 p.m.
Yeah.
Three
It's a
didn't
good
work for
time.
two guys. I don't know what happened, but we'll leave it there. You can always speak up.
Don't you usually have it at 3?
Pardon?
Isn't it usually at 3?
We were doing it at 4 before, but
Oh.
3 works.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Three's
think
fine.
3, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, public input. Hearing none, approval of minutes. December 9th, 2024.
Move to accept the minutes of December 9th.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Any opposed?
We'd have the meeting here, I assume.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Notified otherwise.
Okay.
You're gonna run with the names?
I'll bring it up on, not this meeting. next. You know, it'd be nice, bringing the policy and then change.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that committee's gotta go. Trash bagging committees. all this other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that committee.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Do we do an adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
Not yet.
How's the Board of Health?
A second.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Passes.
we are adjourned.
Board of Health